Jonah from Tonga is fucking funny. I'm glad that he dressed up in blackface, but I also want public hospitals. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I fucking hate tennis. I don't like the tennis.
Who likes
No
tennis?
one likes tennis. Even Novak Djokovic doesn't like tennis.
Yeah. Tony Abbott, I liked the fact that he was kind of just this like repressed bishop.
Bishop. He was a bishop. Well, you just had COVID.
I did.
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
It's pretty
Are
mild.
we going to get corona now?
I've been holding my breath this entire
Isaac, I gotta admit something to you, and I think you're gonna kick me out of the house. I've been on a plant-based diet for the last 5 months. I can feel the soy all throughout my body.
No wonder you caught COVID, you fucking girl.
I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man's so tough, but man's keep walking.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best bits of my chat with the great man-friendly Jordies, the fantastic man Neil Cole Hatcar, and my co-host Bluey. We had a great time, we talked many important things, so stick around, check them out, you mad dogs. Jordan, are there any reasons you think the Labor government would be good?
Well, I'm pretty on the fence on this.
Man, he's Powderfinger.
It's definitely true. It's not even just that. It's like every time the Libs get in, and they've gotten cleverer about it as well, because obviously they lost the election in 2007 over work choices, right? Which is pretty much just stripping everything except for the minimum wage away. So 100 years of workers' rights gone.
So work choices was basically you get sacked and then rehired. Was that basically the way that they were doing it?
That was one of the many tricks at their disposal. And it was also collective bargaining theoretically was legal, but they made it way, way harder to do it, which is just like, well, you know, okay, you a 15-year-old now have to negotiate with the CEO of McDonald's. Good luck, you know.
Ronald's just in his fucking on his desk, cigar and his big fucking boots on the
forward to
thing.
this constructive discussion.
Big fat cat.
So you're a team leader in Cabramatta, eh?
What's in it for me?
$7.
It was like all of that. They tried to get it in, didn't work. But now, because of the pandemic and over the last 6 years, they have been slowly piecemeal introducing it little bit by little bit. So what you've seen is just everyone's woken up one day and realized, I don't have any protections anymore.
Yeah.
It was much cleverer the way they did it this time. The big one, obviously, that got some attention was penalty rates. Not enough to get them to win the next election, but this time I think they've got a good chance because Albo has just figured out this slogan. Jobs.
Listen, I got nothing against Albo, but can that prick get some fucking speech pathology, like speech therapy?
No, what are you talking? You don't like the lisp? I love that.
You can't have a lisp and run a country. That's why
That's a
ScoMo
fair
is so
point.
good, because you can understand him and you can have a beer with him.
He was on the cricket today. I was watching the cricket.
Was he?
Fuck me, he chimed in, came in for a couple of overs.
Oh, no.
Unbearable.
Yes, well, Brett Lee is my favourite.
Ichigua tried to trip him up. She's like, have you been following the women's cricket, Scott? And he's like, yeah, we
women.
actually tip a lot of money into the women's
What's his
cricket.
missus'
I was
name?
like, fuck.
What's his wife's name?
Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny told me to
That's
watch it.
terrible.
Jenny watched the women's cricket for me, and
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. He's just makes your skin crawl.
that was
He
great.
does have that, doesn't he? It's just like with Malcolm Turnbull, there was something likable about him in that he was just sort of a human Scrooge McDuck, and that was great. Tony Abbott, I liked the fact that he was kind of just this like repressed bishop.
Bishop. He was a bishop. He was
Outstanding.
he was the fucking the bad dude in I don't know what I'm talking about.
I want to hear a wartime announcement by Albo with the lisp.
That'd be so good.
Australia is officially at war with China.
My melancholy Julie.
Isaac, I gotta admit something to you, and I think you're gonna kick me out of the house.
Make you crawl.
I
under
think
the
you can
table.
see. I think you can probably guess what's about to happen here.
It's the beard. And
I've been on a plant-based diet for the last 5 months.
get my whiskey.
So
5 months.
yeah,
You
And
fucking.
how is it?
it's great.
Oh, I've never-
I can feel the soy all throughout my body.
no wonder you caught COVID, you fucking girl. Thanks, brother.
Do you
Got it.
like it? Are you going to go back?
No, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to
Is it much
say,
of a-
Isaac, I am really scared of saying this, but yeah, I do feel a lot better not eating meat. Sorry. It does.
I'm sure it's better for you. Who wants that?
Listen, idiots.
Yes, roast meat. Come on.
Do you know why?
Listen,
Do you know why I talk so much shit about vegans? It's because every time I do it, the person I'm talking shit about reacts. And the whole community reacts.
Smart.
If they didn't react, I would have stopped
move
3
on.
years ago.
move on to someone else.
If you're a vegan and I make a video about you, shut up. And then I won't do it again. It works. It gets views. It makes money. Buy my merch. My question is to Jordan. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? What is the point of your channel?
I'll tell you what the point is.
Good, because I asked the fucking question.
Right. Sorry, that's right. This is my third whiskey. How good is that? It's such a drunk through. Let me tell you something, Matt.
Hang on a sec.
What did I say about pointing?
Hang on a fucking second.
I don't make any secret of it either. I want the government changed, and I want it permanently changed, because if you go back and look at the history of Australia, everything that Australia should be proud of, the fact that we have Medicare, and the fact that we got Medicare in the 80s. Other countries were getting it in the 60s when it was groovy to care about other people. The 80s was just about snorting coke, right? No one cared about anything else. We got Medicare then. It was because we had a Labor government in. You look at the economic metrics every time, top of the rankings when Labor's in, soon as the Liberals are in, bottom of the developed world. Every metric of government that you can look at, we're better under a Labor government. That's it. My entire goal is to get them in government and keep them in government, because I know that that's how Australia gets built. The entire point, and I think that this is something that people need to understand about how democracies function. This has gone all the way back to ancient Rome. It's my next stand-up show, actually.
Sounds like a laugh.
And you know what? It's not. It's not. It's just a lecture. It's just a lecture. That's it. That's it.
Bring
You're
a
paying
notepad
$40
for a
to go
lecture.
back to first year uni.
Beautiful.
But the point that I need to make to everybody is, because everybody's gone into, and this was a deliberate thing that was pushed in the Howard years as well, because they realised they could never really get rid of a huge portion of the population that hates them, but they can disperse and weaken their votes, which is a classic divide and conquer strategy, right? What you need to understand is that ever since we've had any semblance of a democracy, you go back to Greek times, you go back to Roman times, there's two factions. There's a faction that serves the public, and there's a faction that serves the oligarchy. The oligarchy are landowners and bankers, always being the same. Julius Caesar, what did we learn in school? High point of the new show. That he was a tyrant and he had to be stopped for the good of democracy. The reality of the situation was he pissed off loan sharks and said, can you stop stealing land off the peasants to the landowners? And then they were just like, we got to kill him for the good of democracy. And then democracy imploded in on itself. You know, like what I'm trying to get this main point across is that everyone's always like, oh, you're picking sides in politics. Fuck yeah, you're picking sides in politics. There is two sides in politics. There always has. There always will be. There is one that serves the elite. There is one that serves the public. That's what I'm trying to get into people's mind. Just that point. Because the entire press system is designed to distract enough people from that fact. That's why you have a government in that does not serve you 70% of the time. If there was just a display, metric to metric, of what these parties have done, there is no way the Liberal government would ever be in power, ever. Because they just don't do anything for us. You give me something that they have actually accomplished for the Australian public, I'll eat one of Isaac's hats because I don't have one.
Well, you just had COVID.
I did.
How was it?
And how was that?
Welcome back to the show. So how was COVID?
Easy.
Coco's.
It was great. Yeah. Had the cocoa.
I'm in love.
How did you get it?
Had the Rona.
Who did you get it on?
I'm pretty sure I got it from a comedian that. Do you guys know when I do the probably Frenchie? He's secretly putting it out. He's the real Bill Gates. He's putting it out there.
Wuhan, Frenchie's in
You're lucky you
Wuhan.
didn't get AIDS from him, you know?
My friend Max got it a day before me, and I'd been hanging out with him 3 or 4 days prior, so I assume I got it from him.
Okay.
Yeah. And we fucked for hours, so that's probably what we're...
Nice.
Transmitted anally.
Yeah.
COVID and AIDS.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, can you actually transmit it that way? I don't know.
Surely,
Wasn't there
surely
a
it's
story
an
that they were
STD.
doing anal testing in like a Chinese airport? Like that was like a thing.
Yeah,
Like you
I think early on, yeah, that was the swab.
How
It was
would
an
that be
anal
at like
swab.
the fucking the testing sites
Is
just
this
popping it?
necessary?
popping your moon out as you drive past. Twist it 10 times, twist it again.
Swab 4 times.
Now
today.
that guy should be paid $10 million a year. That's worth it.
Tough job.
Oh, no, big shout
Did your
out to
lungs
Will.
hurt?
No,
Well, what happened?
I just kind of had a cold for 2 days. That was it.
You're an anti-vaxxer.
Are you sure it wasn't a
Yeah.
cold?
No, the result came back positive.
Man.
Yeah, I waited in line for 4 hours. And I got my result in 2 days. A lot of people still haven't got their result and got tested sometimes 10 days ago.
Don't they
What
say
happens?
if
Because
it,
everyone's just given up, haven't they? So was it just like, congratulations, you got the Rona?
Pretty
And
much,
then-
yeah.
All right, yeah.
And
How
then-
did
was
that-
it.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I was vaccinated. So I don't know. It was,
mustn't have worked?
I don't know. It was pretty
You're anti-vax, aren't you?
mild.
Staunch. No, I've had both.
So
Strength in numbers.
are you going to get a booster shot?
I don't think so. I'm hoping to catch it before.
I knew you were an anti-vax.
I jumped through enough hoops. I don't think do you have to get a booster?
Well, I think they're going to make you get boosters.
What if you catch it? Is it
Yeah,
necessary
do
for
I
Well,
need
you've
it?
just said before that it's 6 to 8 weeks that you have
They-
the antibodies, which I think
They keep
is
changing it.
that's garbage. From what I heard, for the longest
Surely.
time, it's 6 months minimum.
You're like herpes. It should just be with you forever.
I've figured out this secret, and I know that everybody on an internet podcast says this, but it really, you know how life boils down to just a few things that you should do over and over again to achieve success in life. Here's the 21st century version of that. Just don't look at Twitter. If you do that, you've won.
Twitter's the worst.
You know what I mean? Like it's just, well,
Twitter
it's
is
same-
the worst.
It's definitely the worst.
The worst. Like you go in the comment
Narrowly
sections on
followed
Facebook.
by TikTok. I've got to say,
TikTok
TikTok's
has
getting pretty dumb.
TikTok comments are disgusting. I do not look at them.
and Neil, you're the biggest TikToker here.
Yep.
You've got like over 1 million.
And every time I look at the comments, I have that same existential crisis, question everything. So I don't do that anymore.
Well, I watched one of your videos 2 or 3 days ago about young white women in Australia.
Yep,
Hilarious.
sounds like me. Yeah.
Hilarious. And I read, and most of the comments are like, pretty like, no, that was good. That was good. That was good. That is us.
Yeah.
But then other people are like, you fucking,
Yep.
how dare you? People don't understand that, it's just Neil being silly, just mucking
jokes.
around.
Exactly.
They can't cop it.
No.
This whole part of the internet that just can't deal with any type of criticism is so overwhelming to everything else.
And the irony is, the more they comment, the better it goes in the algorithm. So
Far
keep
away.
commenting.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We love it.
Hatred's amazing. Hatred is the best thing for virality. You get more people hating you, you're doing well. Selling tickets. Every time
Yeah.
I've been cancelled,
You're not
I've sold
wrong.
more tickets.
We're not wrong.
It's just strong emotions. That's what you're looking for, whether they're positive or negative. You really don't want the response of like,
Yeah. You don't want to be.
you don't get that.
You don't want to play the fence.
No.
You got a hard line one or the other.
Yeah.
You've either got to be. It's hard to play
Which
the
is
middle.
why in the modern age, mainstream is dying because that was the whole business model until now. It was just like, how do you keep people
Everyone happy.
mildly amused enough until they watch the Kellogg's ad? And the answer to that was the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
You can't do that on the internet.
Commercial radio is the same. It's like they just play music that you didn't love or you didn't hate, but it would just be enough to like keep you hanging
Well,
on until the ads. Like it's literally like it's.
I heard that about Hey Ya.
Yeah.
You remember the song Hey Ya? Like when
Outcast,
people
yeah.
first heard that, they were just like, oh, no, this is too much. That was too far for commercial
Yeah,
radio.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you were working in commercial radio only 2 months ago.
Yeah.
No.
We're at Triple M, an announcer at Triple M, but like our log is just like Chisel, Barnsey, Powderfinger, and it's like
These are the songs you remember when you got fingered for the first time.
literally, and it's like just demographic.
or did the fingering, I
Or
guess.
did the fingering, whatever end of it. Someone was getting fingered
Either or.
way. Yeah, it's just like that music that it's like you don't love it, but you don't hate it, so you'll just have it on. Like it doesn't matter. It's like
It's like white noise.
and that's why it's the same like old media. It's just it's on the way out.
You were a male model.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
So,
Yes, he was.
I love your video about you being a male model. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times because I showed Claire one day and she was like, "What the fuck?"
And in Korea.
Yes.
Can you-
Amongst other places.
How did
What?
that happen?
What's that?
Take us through that whole journey. How did you become a male model?
Well, I was discovered.
By Prince Andrew.
Who discovered?
The discovery you want at that age.
This is nice.
I think I was in year 12.
Ooh.
I was on the train.
Were you over 18?
On the train.
It was
No, I
Prince
was
Andrew.
17, I think.
Ooh.
Might have been 18.
That's
Her name was fucking, what's the name?
Rolf.
Ghislaine. Rolf
What?
Maxwell.
What's happening?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
We're joking about you being groomed.
Oh, right, of course, yes. A pedophile joke. Very good. Thank you very much.
Whose show are you on?
Yeah, I was discovered on the train. I tried to make a big deal of it. I thought that it'd get me a lot of chicks, so I told people in high school, but I found out that this is how it works, right? If you are a female model, you become instantly more desirable. If you're a male model, you're a laughingstock.
Gay. That was honestly, that's what I was thinking.
It's weird, isn't it? If you're a male model.
Any guy who looks after himself, if there's a skincare routine or he looks after himself, gay.
It's like
and now I just look back at it and it's just like, dude, Zoolander is the funniest movie of all
Ever.
time.
It's a great movie.
Ever,
Zoolander 2,
ever.
not so good, but
What was I going to say?
When you were
Where was
discovered.
I? Oh, yeah, I was discovered. Then I got acne, and that
Career
halted
over.
things for a bit.
he turned 18. Too old.
So did you go to Korea?
Yeah, well, I went all around Asia.
Wow.
Except for the mother of all Asia, which is Japan. That's where you go for the big stuff. And then your next move after that was Milan. But I was not in that league.
Wow.
I was not that level of male model.
What were you missing? What were your attributes that you were lacking?
Height. That was
Really?
it. Height, for sure.
'Cause you-
Also, on top of that, my nose
A height
looks too much
supremacist
like an
world.
onion. It needs to have that nose. These are all comments I've gotten over
Yeah,
my
I was
life.
gonna-
An onion.
You didn't notice that, did you? Someone
Wow.
else did.
Like I've always thought you like I don't think you know. I think your teeth take it. Like they take away from the nose because you've got amazing teeth.
Have
You've got great
They're
teeth.
great Barrys. Yeah,
They're great, Barry Booth.
Yeah.
They're great teeth. Like that would set you apart from someone who is, what are you, 6 foot? If someone who's 6'2", 6'3", your teeth win.
In acting, yes. But if you looked at the
Modelling.
top model in my time, which was Matthias Lauridsen.
He's never
yes.
forgiven him.
Fuck.
Someone's not on
Handsome in life.
Oh, that guy.
Matthias is so hard right now. He's never forgiven him. Matthias.
And he was, but you look at him now. Who aged better?
Matthias Lauridsen. It's a fucking hot name.
Isn't it?
That's hot as fuck.
Isn't it?
Fuck yeah.
His Gucci ad from 2007 really changed the game.
A real pioneer. Fuck.
You really should chuck that in.
Yeah.
Girls, you look at that. You look at his turn to the camera, and tell me that you don't get moist. You know,
Buy one.
They're almost sold out quickly.
Are there classes for that?
what?
How to turn your head properly as a male model?
blue
and
steel.
how
Oh, well,
to-
your agent should cover that for you, you know. But you do get your looks. Yes, you do. That's
Okay.
Really?
that's a real
Did you
thing.
have a signature? Like a signature look?
Give it to us.
I'm
Come
an
on.
amateur.
Show us the look.
Show some respect.
This is the
What have we
classic
got?
one.
Here we go.
Okay, are you ready? I've lost it. Hang
No,
on.
you
I've
haven't.
got
You've got it in there.
Here
You
got
we
it.
go, here we go.
Just push away the Labour shill shit and just think about your old self. Oh, I came. Nicole Flint just
I'm gay.
came. Nicole Flint just came.
I'm moisturising now. I am gay.
Nicole Flint is
That's
a
awesome.
horny little bitch right now. She is.